It's not my style. Because once I'm saying the truth, I know that certainly, definitely, the truth will get to its destination. It has its way of coming up. But then, for you to know how serious this issue is, if you are supposed Igbo outside the southeast, you are always been used for a scapegoat. You are the experiment animal for Igbo Biafra people. They have started again. Nigeria, as you see today, is the handwork of Igbo Biafra. All this hatred, all this suffering, all these challenges we are facing through as a nation called Nigeria, it is 99.9% of Igbo Biafra people. But the amazing thing there is that they know how to play blame game. They know how to play victim. They know how to manipulate others. But it's been more than 5 decades. It's been more than 100 years. These Igbo Biafra people who say they migrate from Israel have been doing this thing. And for some reason, Yoruba refused to speak up. Hausa refused to speak up. For some reason best known to them, we who are the experiment lamb, the guinea pig, refuse to speak up. But my people, if we don't say these things, nobody will say it. And now I have the moral ground to do what I'm doing by exposing these Igbo Biafra people who come from Israel because I was with them. I am George ONYIBE, like I said, and I'm begging you to share this video to Anyoma people, to Ikure people. Because very soon, charity begins at home. We will put our energy and resources on our people to enlighten them. And those of you who are making effort, spending your money, resources, time and energy to save the next generation of our people, we shall see how it goes. And so this morning, let us look at the message I simply titled, If the supposed Igbo outside the southeast are really Igbos, why is Ohaneze Igbo? Why are they not part of Ohaneze Igbo? Now, let me tell you. After the war, a lot of things happened, which is not the essence of this broadcast. But in 1979, a group of supposed Igbo people came together to form an identity that will help the supposed Igbo to be politically relevant and have their full share from the national cake. Just like the Arewa Conservative Forum, just like the Afenifere of the Yoruba, the Igbos formed their Ohaneze Igbo. When this Ohaneze Igbo was formed, the first leader of Ohaneze Igbo was from Anyoma. What they did to that man, I don't want to be the one saying it. What they did to that man was exactly what they did to me when I followed them to do Biafra or Funande Kano. They messed that man up. But I learned from that man. He went back home and told our people everything that has been happening. And they told that man never to see anything. Once his tenure is over, he should return home. And that is exactly what he did. And so in 1979, Professor Ben Wabuezi, who is also a Anyoma man, Professor Ben Wabuezi, in case you don't know, is a Anyoma man. He's from Ogbalu in Anambra. Anyoma people own Onitsha. Onitsha people are Anyoma people. Obi of Onitsha is a Anyoma man. If not, they should tell me what Omo is doing in Ogbalu. But that is not where we are going to. They now pick another Anyoma man who, should I say, he sold himself to them. He is a constitutional lawyer. I'm talking about Professor Ben Wabuezi. And then with Akanibian, they form your current Ohaneze Igbo. Along the line, they discovered that to pull a shot in Nigeria, they need the support of Ikwere and Anyoma and other supposed Igbo people who are outside the southeast. One Isiokbo man, I don't want to mention his name, was chosen to become Secretary General of Ohaneze Igbo. Today, I think they have done to him the same thing they did to me in the name of Biafra. And they have removed him because these Igbo people of Nigeria who say they come from Israel, if they don't use you, you cannot walk on the same path with them. And so, when they come telling you that they are uniting in the Igbo, I need you to ask them first of all, what brought the disunity between Igbo? But for record purposes, they will tell you that it is Nigeria who have divided us. So that to win the war, we are afraid. Ikure was afraid. Anyoma is afraid. No, Anyoma is afraid of Nigeria. So they didn't support ONYIBE from Israel, who say they come from Israel. Ikure is afraid because of the issue of abandoned property. This is the only answer they can give you. Now, they are coming as if, we have forgiven you. Please, Anyoma people, come home. You are a prodigal son. We have forgiven you. Ikwere people, you are a prodigal son. All the supposed Igbo in the South, in Kogi State, in Benue State, Igbo people who came from Israel has forgiven you. Come back home. You see how they change the narratives? These people have never told their children the truth. The atrocity they committed against the Hausa, against the Yoruba, against the Bini people. Urumusele Anthony Enahoro ended his journey with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, an Igbo Biafra man who says from Israel, by single comment. He dedicated the book to Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and asked a question. Is Nnamdi Azikiwe a saint or a demon? Because they don't want to see. That is how it is. And so we shouldn't say, because they're going to kill me, they're going to kidnap me, they're going to use a Benukwabi and kill me, they're going to do one thing and that. You know, they are all the Almighty. What a shame. Now, they will tell you, Ikore people, because of abandoned property, you say you are not Igbo, we have forgiven you, you are a prodigal son. After all, we have moved on, we are still buying your village, we are buying your land. That is what Igbo Biafra people do. That is the answer they will give you. Then why did they remove us from Ohanese Igbo? Arewa Consultative Forum is trying to make sure that they drag Ebonyi State people into North. But then the Igbo are chasing us away because our value system are not the same. Our reasoning it does not tally with theirs. We use money use them. My happiness is that each time they comment on my platform, I see the dirty part of them, which they are not even aware of. They allow money to use them. That is why they will betray their mother, betray their father, sleep with their mother, sleep with their father, defy their land, all because of money. You can see Nnamdi Kanu, the moment he got hold of money, he lost his mind. Just give them power. You will see that devil is a born again. But you see where I come from. We use money. We use money. Money don't use us. And that is why I'm reaching you from the uncompleted building. And from this uncompleted building, I thought they were saying that I collected money from Nigeria to betray Igbo. Now, with all the money I collected from Nigeria, I'm still in uncompleted building. What a shame. Now, why this issue have to go on and on until they repent is because they have agenda you don't know. Before the war, when Nigeria was moving on harmoniously, Yoruba love Igbo, Igbo love Hausa, Hausa love everybody, everybody love everybody. There was no need for minority or majority. They all pushed to get Nigeria independent. When they were fighting to get Nigeria independent, a reliable source told me that the eve of independence, that reliable source told me, say number one, it is the blood of those people that were murdered in Enugu, coal mining, that orchestrated the process that actually ushered the independence of Nigeria. Because every Nigerian did not agree. Everybody was against the imperialists. And finally they say, you people can go. Everybody came out and contributed their quota. Both minority and majority. And then finally, the eve of independence, Igbo man orchestrated the process that gave birth to Wazobia. He told me, the Wazobia you see today is the problem of Nigeria. Because every problem we have cycle around, it is Igbo tongue, it is Yoruba tongue, it is Hausa tongue. He said, but the problem of the Igbo people who say they came from Israel was that instead of them to build their home, they were running to Kimawosa, they were running to claim Bini land, they were running to dominate everybody. They left their home uncared for. He said, few hours later, in Nigeria independent, the issue of minority report came up. And so each time they say, oh, Ambazonia, they are looking for freedom. Ambazonia were part of Nigeria. Bakassi Peninsula is part of Nigeria. They were reporting to Enugu. What they saw in Enugu, they wrote to the imperialists and said, we don't want to be part of Nigeria. It is not Nigeria as a whole. If it were to be now, they will write to the imperialists and say, we don't want to be part of ONYIBE again. And that is how they left Nigeria. And by referendum, they went to Cameroon. And in exchange, they gave us Atiku Abubakar. Adamawa State was part of Cameroon. And then it became Nigeria. Is that win for ONYIBE or is that lose for ONYIBE? And who is the true betrayer here? Why was the issue of the Southern Cameroon not considered? They moved to Cameroon. Because you know how to deal with people. You are the criminal. You play the victim. And then you play blame card. Everybody, ONYIBE is the problem. It is British government. They want to take oil. But you don't have oil in your place. Let's continue. And when Cameroon left, all the people under the remaining eastern region, they hear when Igbo people don't tell, these Igbo people that come from Israel, Igbo, Biafraud-Igbos, they don't tell their children the truth. And then we, Anyoma people, the Benin people, some majority were carved into the southwest of today, the western region. And then the Kwele people were carved into the eastern region. And then Benue, Idoma, and Egala was carved into the northern region, being the three regions that was there. Nigeria was a fair play ground for everybody. We people of midwestern region, through the same referendum, inscribed in Nigerian constitution, went to the federal and said, we don't want to be part of the West and we don't want to be part of the East. We need our own region. And having gone through different stages in the parliament, by constitution and referendum, we were given the Midwestern region. If we were this Igbo, as they are trying to deceive you from the back door, our fathers rejected being part of the Southeast. We have never been part of the Eastern region, not to talk of Southeast. That is why I still call on Senator Ned Nwoko, anybody that know him, that bill that he is sponsoring, to use us as a stepping stone for his political ambition. He should back up. Tell him to back up with due respect. His father did not agree to follow the Igbo people. And he is wanting to sell us as a compensation for the Igbo people. I'm coming for all of you, don't worry. God be with all of you. Our people has never agreed to be part of the Eastern region. And certainly they did not agree to be part of the Western region. And by referendum, a fair country, a fair nation, we're given Midwestern region, so you now have 4 regions in Nigeria. Nigeria was going on well. Every region do what they do, take care of themselves. Yoruba Obafemi Awolowo was constantly attacked by Nnamdi Azikiwe. Nnamdi Azikiwe went and built a newspaper company in Yoruba land called the African Pilot. From there, he destroyed Awolowo. Go and ask Mobolaji Bankantoni and the like of those people who existed there. If not for the deed of Obafemi Awolowo, Yoruba people would have caused. Of course, as a Yoruba man, Obafemi Awolowo did not pay attention to them. He started giving scholarship, free education to the Westerners. When almost all Yoruba have access to free education, he moved into Midwestern region. I went to school till secondary school. It was free education throughout, courtesy Obafemi Awolowo. But meanwhile, the Igbo Biafra people that come from Israel were busy stealing money, looking for how to rule the whole Africa. They want to recolonize us. They want to take over everybody's life. They abandoned their people. It was greed, 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 greed all the way. And then, since they cannot penetrate the Yoruba, they were very close friends with the Hausa. And what did they do? They see Hausa as a conquered people. Hausa are mumu. Hausa don't have sense. And believe me, the Hausas of those days are not the Hausas of today. Because before, when Hausa man tell you Wallahi, he tells you the truth and nothing more. But today it's no longer the same. I can't blame them. They learned from the past. Hausa trusted Igbo people. Nnamdi Azikiwe's mother is Hausa woman. Nnamdi Azikiwe could not even speak Igbo, even at the age of 12, till they take him home. All of them, Ojukwu and all of them were born, brought up, raised, buttered, bred in Zungeru, Hausa land. It was easy for them to instigate Hausa, forming party against Yoruba. That is where division started in Nigeria. But then they would have taken Igbo man from the eastern region to carry out Igbo coup. They bring in one of their own called Ifajuna Emmanuel. Ifajuna Emmanuel, for your information, is not an ordinary man. It's an unusual man. He was one of the black men alive who kept the world under suspension. And they tell us the history of Emmanuel Ifajuna, the first person who won how many gold medals? About 4 gold medals at the same time in an Olympic game. The level of his exploit and achievement in terms of sport was baffling. And that is how he became friend of Ojukwu. And now he was somebody the world knew, the world respect, everybody loved him. Just like J.J. Okocha and the rest of the sportsmen who we love. And so it was easy for them to use Ifajuna to lure the Midwestern region people to strike Nigeria. And then Ifajuna and Chukwuma Nzogo, based on this same Onyibe, they were good friends. I'm sure, it has not been confirmed yet, but I'm sure Ojukwu and Agui Urunsi were giving them feedback on what to do. I'll give you my reason later on. And so what happened? Chukwuma Nzogo struck the Igbo coup. They said there were corruption in Nigeria. They're going to kill all the politicians so that by the time they kill the politicians, they cannot build a better Nigeria. Remember, at that time, Nigeria was not quarreling. No. Awusa trust Igbo die. It's so Yoruba that has been skeptical about the Igbo man who said they come from Israel. They struck the Igbo coup. Nigerians were all happy. At least if these leaders were corrupt, let another one come in. It's just like most of you are telling them, kill my governor, kill my politician, kill this one. They are not your problem. The real ass niggers are hiding inside. We will expose them, don't worry. And so what did they do? They struck. Everybody was not complaining. But by the time the result came out, all the 48 individuals from the 10 of them were from the north. 10 of them were killed. Some of them along with their wife. And some of their wives were pregnant. Awusa people who, this Chukwuma Nzogo and Ifajuna and Coup, they descended on Hausa people. Only 10 representatives was on the federal for Hausa people. Only 10. 10 of them were killed. They did not spare anyone. It is so horrible that they even killed some of them with their wife. And some of their wives were pregnant. They moved to the west. We west have 8 people at the helm of affair. The highest ranking officer in Nigeria at that time was General Ogundigbe. When they had information what was going on, the supposed Igbo coup, they fled. 3 of them died. 1 of them died. 3 of them died. But then the Igbo Biafra people that come from Israel has 48, either 48 or 43 of them, representing Nigeria on the federal level. None of them was killed. All of them were spared. And then Agui Urunsi took over power in charge of the whole Nigeria. He went to our constitution and configured it to a decree. And in that decree, he removed referendum. In that decree, from a parliamentary system of government, regional system of government, he collapsed it into the unity almighty one Nigeria we are in today. I have told you in other broadcasts. He did not do this because that was the right thing to do. He did it to control absolute power. But of course, everybody knows that absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yoruba people were begging him, go and sort out this thing. Go and make peace. Go for consultation. Agui Urunsi refused. Meanwhile, Ojukwu was terrorizing the whole southeast. Nnamdi Azikiwe was cataract, running up and down, removing Eyoita, destroying everything. They don't tell you all these things. And so I was struck. When they discovered that where this man is going is not today, Hausa youth mobilized themselves and struck the Igbo. So if you are Igbo Biafra man, or you are Igbo of any kind, they tell you Igbo massacre. Ask them, what brought about the Igbo massacre? This is what they don't tell you. They are killing us, they are killing us, they are killing us. They are behind all this conspiracy. And now, after many years, the war broke out. When people like Isaac Adakaburu discover what was going on, the marginalization by the Igbo in the eastern region, He said we need our own Niger Delta Republic. Ojukwu and Aguiyi shut him down. Today they tell you, Ijaw people hate us. Ijaw people hate us. You can't deceive anybody now. And then Obafemi Awolowo rose up and said, Nigeria is like oil and water. They cannot miss. Let's call off this union. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, through his African Pilot newspaper campaign, went and said that Obafemi Awolowo was seducing the people. He was charged for sedition, locked up in Calabar alongside with Isaac Adakaburu. And then in less than 6 months, by the time I was a stroke, the Igbos could not bear the pain. They could not win the war. The margin was different. It was high. The difference was like day and night. And then Ojukwu came out and said, if they are going to be killing our people, let's divide the country. That is how Biafra started. And I said, Ndibo, come home, come home. Ndibo, come home. Ndibo, who didn't ask question. Atoro, as they are doing like Atoro today, after they tell you they are intelligent people, all of them return home. That is how the war came about. And after the war, our life did not remain the same again. So removing referendum from the constitution is the handwork of Igbo man. The current position that Ambazonians are facing in Cameroon today is the handwork of Igbo man. The hatred that is inside the Nigerian system, that which removed the pillar of trust and everything we are facing today, I tell you, without the handiwork of the Igbo Biafra people that migrated, they say they migrated from Israel, we will not be here. And then when try to balance everything, the corrupt good ones, after ripping their people off, started forming another platform to strike again. They've been working on it for a very long time. The only way to surface is through Biafra agitation. We didn't know. We said, okay, considering the homogeneous society we have found in ourselves within that region, considering the single fact that we have similar value system, let's give it a shot. Nigeria need to be delivered. Right now, Nigeria need to be delivered. Tomorrow, Nigeria need to be delivered. Yesterday, Nigeria is in dire need of salvation. Let's go and see how it goes. Nnamdi Kanu promised us that this is a new generation. They will not be like their father. Because I used to ask them questions. That is why I become bad person. I know what they know, and so I ask them questions. And they lied to me. And I followed them. And I discovered Biafra agitation was to topple the government of Nigeria. I followed them. They were able to maneuver me to one corner. That no, it's a different game. They now started Fato government. I followed them. I discovered that there is no difference in the line of their thought, their actions, their plan, their agenda. And then made a post and disassociate myself from everything Biafra. But then I knew everything I need to know. And the last shot they have is Igbo unification, which I was directed to go about the unification. I told them there has to be consultation. It is not proper I go to my people and say, we are Igbo, when I know what their grievance is. It's not right I go to Ikwiri, I say, Ikwiri Ndano, you are Igbo, when I know what their grievance are. We have to create a platform for consultation. Their fathers should be the one telling us. Our monarch, they agreed. What they did was after budgeting certain millions of naira to do the consultation, they shared the money among Igbo people. They followed behind me to go and do consultation. Asike Chukwugwoha, Biafra Land National Coordinator, what were they going to do in my village to meet my king? I didn't tell them. One of the monarchs in Anyoma land called me. I say, your people are here. This is what they come to do. I say, who sent them? They say, Nnamdi Kanu. I say, tell them that the Nnamdi Kanu I know will not send somebody to my king without my knowledge. Do not receive them. That is when the consultation started. Aside all the betrayal, aside all the backdoor they want to follow. And then what they did was to sideline me, to destroy me, to blackmail me with social media. But I'm born and brought up in Abo, Urugudu, and there is nothing you can tell anybody who know me. They know me. They know me. All of them know me. My life is, I am one single man you don't arrest in Abo. That is when I base in Abo permanent. You don't arrest me. Because the police people know me. As you just come and give report, ONYIBE do something like this, they will hold you because they know we'll fight the terrorists. There are something that bombards at night. We are the one that respond to them. One useless Igbo boy was telling me about my history. So if your family is weak, you are poor, you people cannot speak up, and we are the people that speak for you. Scatter. We are the people that, let's not look like I'm boasting, even right from childhood. Most people don't even know the school I belong to. Because I am one single man in my time, I can shut down the whole secondary school in my community and they will obey. The principal can't do anything. I wake up one morning, come to Yorugodo or come to Rumi Junction and say, nobody should go to school today. And the next thing you see, immediately, people will start revising. People will start going. You people have not seen power. And they say, they kind of made you. No, we use money. Money don't use us. That is the difference between us. I'm supposed to be in a fancy studio now, doing siriri, upgrading my image. Here. No. That is not humanity. That is not what we represent. And now before I digress further, I've known everything they want to do. And I've known they try to come through the back door. And that is exactly what they are doing. That same money they shared among themselves, going to consult my people. The same money is what they've given to some of them. Do you see that idiot called Kainebi? Another idiot called Igbo people. They didn't know the program had been initiated when they were calling me. Let's do like this. You know you had the voice. You know they know you. All those idiots. Today they are going to your inbox now telling you, support Igbo unity program. Let's support Igbo unity. They are telling you now you are Igbo. Ikwere is Igbo. We must agree with Igbo. The one that breaks the camel back is one useless idiot called, is it Pastor Ebukobi or Prophet Ebukobi, who now use the platform of Jesus Christ to tell you that that is what they are doing. And now, why all the desperation to unite in Igbo? Why all this desperation? Equally people. I know why I'm using that word. If you are supposedly Igbo people, you are not in the southeast. If you fall for them, we will come for your rescue at the right time, but to let you see how stupid you have been. If you are from Onitsha or Baru Aziz, and you think, oh, I have Igbo, there is one idiot from here, Alambose. During IPOB time, I didn't agree with him. When they collected money from Atiku Abubakar and P2B to change the narrative, changing a pressure group to political machinery, I confronted them. He told them to leave me, that when Biafra come, I will not enter Anambra State. And then I begin to ask those people, we have not even gotten Biafra. One idiot, the son of nobody, is telling you that I will not enter Anambra State. I said, these are the problem. These are the problem. We say we are pressure group. Now you are turning to political machinery. And I tell you, this is not right. And you are banning me from entering Anambra already. And so if you come out, you are from Onitsha. You don't know what they have planned for you. We know. But don't worry. We, the Anyoma people, we are with you. Don't do anyhow. Let them strike you. Anyoma is our land. There are things people don't know. If I call people who are Anyoma people to shock all of you, you're talking about Tomoko, Kaboka, even Peter Dele is Anyoma man. Forget about how we are divided. But we are not going to say, oh, Anyoma people, because at the end of the day, it looks like Anyincha buno funne, Anyincha buno funne, Makananya buno fuobo, Ocha yewo, Anama yabata. You will not understand it. I leave it there for you. You see, Anyoma people, they are the one instigating us, causing crisis among us. And now we have gotten to a level where we say, we are Ndokwa nation, we are Ika nation, we are Nyocha nation, we are Osimiri nation. Yes. But yet we cannot be able to come out and then interact with nations, community of nations. Why? Because they broke us down. They want us to act separately, and then we become irrelevant. The day Ikwere people knew this truth was the day Ikwere was recognized as ethnic nationality in Nigeria. They really ran among themselves. All the Ikweres are not the same, believe me. descendant of Apara are actually from Benin, as they told you. If you are the descendant of Apara, you are Nyoma man, but we are not here to claim you. And when we say we are from Benin, you should come and find out. If you are Ikwere man, you are under the umbrella, the descendant of Apara. Should I begin to call them Rumudara, Rumukuru, and the rest of you? Let me leave you there. We are not dragging you. So when they say they are from Benin, there is something you don't know and you don't want to know because you want to colonize everybody. And then there are some Igbo women who born inside Ikwere. Carry and give one Ikwere man, say na Ikwere Pekin. Now then they there, I am Ikwere, I am Isokuma, I am Obama, I am telling you, I was fooled like you. It will say when you come home, your people are going to use walking stick to hit on your head. They will hit walking stick on your head. Okay? So at the end of the day, Anyoma people, Ikwere people were able to rally around themselves and they formed Obako Ikwere. And since the emergence of Obako Ikwere, Ikwere people can now be able to resist these invaders, these infiltrators. So the problem of you Igbo Biafra coming from Israel, as you said, is that you cannot penetrate Ikwere. You can penetrate Ekpeye, you can penetrate Ahuda, you can penetrate Abua. Ikwere people came together, irrespective of the difference among them. They formed Obako Ikwere, and today they have a voice in Nigeria. I remember I was actually appealing to Anyoma people, Eka people, Oshimili people, Ndokwa people, Anyocha people, Ndinuane. We cannot allow these Igbo Biafra people that migrated from Israel to infiltrate us. Our children will not survive it. May I have to remind you that our children, 80% of our children can't speak our dialect because we have slowed down marrying our people. We have choose the Western life above our culture and tradition. And they are here to replace us. And so every one of us, at the moment I am speaking for the Igbos outside the Southeast, the supposed Igbo outside the Southeast. But like they say, charity begins at home. Very soon, it will be holistically Anyoma. Anyoma people must wake up. Anyoma people must stand put. Anyoma people must be responsible for what happened to the next generation. I remember I was telling you about one supposed man of God who says his name is Ebukobi. It's a man I used to respect, but I did not know he can play himself so low to the extent that he has made many broadcasts calling Anyoma people Ndowa Lili. You should ask yourself, why are these people so desperate to unite Igbo in a time like this? They keep going to your inbox, telling you, if you are from Delta, you are Igbo. If you are from Delta, you are Igbo. If you are from Ikwere, you are Igbo. Let us support Igbo. Let us support Igbo. But the undertone behind this Igbo unification project is that they will tell you that Anyoma is Igbo land. Ikwere is Igbo land. I'm sure most of you are not literature students, so you don't understand the implication. They see you as a non-Igbo. You are not Igbo to them. They are indirectly telling you that your land belongs to Igbo people. If you let them have their way, in about 50 years from now, they will begin to raise up another propaganda that our ancestors from Benin conquered them and took over their life. Or maybe our ancestors from Yoruba land killed them and take over their land. Or maybe our ancestors that fall from heaven destroyed them, invaded their land and take over their land. That now they are here to take their land. You can see what they are doing in Nigeria. They are killing us, they are marginalizing us, they are oppressing us, but they are the oppressors. They are the real invaders. They are the ones that are infiltrating every tribe in Nigeria, and yet they are the one crying. I need you to notice it. They will say, oh, Anyoma is Igbo land. They started by saying that Anyoma are Igbo, Ikwere are Igbo, and then they begin to romance it side by side. Ikwere land is Igbo land, Calabar land is Igbo land, Igbo land is in Kogi State. Igbo land is in Benue State. Igbo land is in Edo State. Igbo land is in Yoruba land. It is your land they are after. Strategically, they want to infiltrate us. It has been the same people from time immemorial. Anyoma people, if we keep quiet, these people will overrun us without our knowledge. I know it's not possible because what they are looking for, they will get it. But we cannot allow them to even give us a sleepless night, not to talk of taking an inch of our lives. So if you are from Anyoma, it's time for us to defend our territory. They have claimed Akwoche, it is their inheritance. They have claimed Ubuago, it is their inheritance. But why they are coming after Akwocha? Why the traditional attires? Why they are coming out after our heritage? Is one thing we cannot allow them to go away with. This is the time that we must speak to Anyoma's sons and daughters wherever they are. They must disassociate from Igbo Biafra of the southeast that come from Israel. They say they come from Israel. Or else, these people will destroy everything that is left of us. If you are from Anyoma, you are Igbo outside the southeast. Ask them, why is it that when Igbo people are doing their meeting anywhere around the world, even in Nigeria, they don't invite you? Why? But now, all of a sudden, you are now Igbo. You are now Igbo. They must confess, they must explain. Then go explain tire. Then go explain tire. They gather and say, Ndibo ne do Emiriji. Have they invited you as a Kaman? Have they invited you as a Nyo chairman? Have they invited you as a Inuane man? As Ndokwa man? As Osimiri man? Have Igbo Biafra people invited you to any of their meeting? Does World Igbo Congress has regard for you? Does Igbo Development Union ever speak on your interest? All of a sudden, according to Nnamdi Kanu, one tout who could not finish school from Umuahia, Abia State, Afari Beku to be precise, it's now they want to push the agenda to sell the next generation of our people. I want them, they refuse to hear. So Ikwere people, stand your ground. Don't let these infiltrators to destroy all that is left of you. Anyoma people, Ado people, Orashi people, all of you suppose Igbo outside the southeast. If you don't watch your culture and tradition, these people will take over your children's life. Look at the southeast. They are finding it difficult to incorporate every component member of the supposed Igbo in their hidden agenda. They despise the Ebonyi people. They call them on the Wawawa, just as they call us on the Waliriri. They despise certain group in Igbo land in southeast. They call them Osu, which means slave. It is difficult for them to incorporate those that speak Igbo and hold the same value system with them right there in the southeast. Not to talk of the Gala people and the Doma people that are carved into the southeast. If these people are wailing under the weight of humiliation, is it you that is in Jericho? They now love all of a sudden. Don't let Igbo Biafra people deceive you. Because if you allow them to deceive you, you will meet us at home. We are waiting for you. Don't let them make you to insult your mother and your father, because that is their value system. Don't let them make you insult your king, because that is not our way. Don't let them make you allow money to use you. You are the one to use money. This is where I will bring the broadcast to an end. I shall come back with another topic to counter what the unity beggars are doing around our land. And I must appeal to Nigerian government, Nigerian security agent. We are putting you to notice that every group that are jumping up and down, claiming other groups that they are Igbo, they are Biafra agitators in disguise. You must watch out for what they are doing, because the next thing they will do is to begin to build militia camp, armed groups. They will tell us to sit at home. They will tell us that we must give them Biafra. They will tell us that we are Igbo by force, because we will reciprocate and the things will get out of hand. They are doing that already and they are receiving the repercussion. But now they are coming in a different dimension. So I appeal to you, Nigerian military. I appeal to you, the Nigerian police and other security apparatus. Wherever you see these Igbo people that migrated from Israel, Igbo, Biafra people, jumping up and down that they are uniting in the Igbo, they are building camp in our land. They are building camp in our land. They are building armory in our land. They are trying to impregnate our women and take over our daughters and mislead our sons and eventually turn them against us. And so they use the blood of our people to destroy our people. We know what they are doing. We will not allow them to have their way. We will reciprocate. In my next broadcast, I shall tell you how they intend to pull the shot through this Igbo unification. Because they see that they have compromised, corrupt, criminalized every process to lodge their report in the Nigerian Senate floor. And now the only thing they know they have to do is to go through the back door. But we are waiting for them already. And Yoma people, open your eyes. All that glitters is not good. We shall see in my next broadcast. I'll bring it to an end at this moment. One of them actually dropped on the comment section. He said that Ohaneze Ndigbo, Anyoma man is among Ohaneze Ndigbo. He wrote the man's name and wrote everything. I said I was not going to call the man's name. But the man is still alive. I have not said we were not part of Ohaneze Ndigbo. In fact, we were the brain behind Ohaneze Ndigbo. But when the criminal-minded Igbo Biafra from Israel started developing his shenanigan, we back off. We left Ohaneze Ndigbo. Since then, we are not part of Ohaneze Ndigbo. Go and ask Nayangodu. Go and ask the current leader, Iwanyango. Go and ask Professor Ben Wabweze. I've been in several meetings with Professor Ben Wabweze before his demise. More than 20 different meetings. And Professor Ben Wabweze is not even respected by Igbo. They don't respect him. I remember a program we organized in Enugu State titled Shake Hand Across River Niger. It was actually meant to incorporate the Yoruba politicians into the Southeast and South-South political forum, if they can speak with one voice, regarding the issue of addressing Nigerian political imbalance. In that meeting, while I was in that meeting, China Sanguru and other criminal-minded DOS have started publishing through their social media warrior that have not seen I'm not even feeling their impact, that George ONYIBE is working with Nigerian government, that we are doing shake hand across River Niger. They unleash the Enugu volunteer, the current day unknown gunmen, to attack that meeting venue. They beat up Professor Ben Wabweze and late Mbazulike Amechi. I was the one that went to their house to beg them. I bought ram, Efibo. I went to Professor Ben Wabweze's house. I went to Mbazulike Amechi's house in Nkpo. I went to beg them. Nnamdi was the one that sent them. What they wanted to do, that was the era they were planning to destroy me. But how can you destroy somebody that God has made? I never said we were not part of Ohaneze Ndigbo. I said the same criminality that made me to leave Biafra, the same criminality that makes me to stand my ground and say, no, it will not go down on your own terms. That is the same criminality that made the Ishokbo you deceive with Secretary General to leave you. That is the same criminality that made the first leader of Ohaneze Ndigbo from Anyoma land to leave you people. Because it looks like Igbo Biafra people who migrated from Israel, it looks like you people are irredeemable. It's a shame. It's a shame. This having been said, drop your insult on the comment section. We will follow it up. Our people are listening. Our people are listening. They react differently. And if you think it's going to be child's play like before, may God be with you and have mercy upon you. There is no Igbo Biafra here. They will come later and yap as usual. Betrayers of their own people. I sign off from here. We shall keep you posted while we monitor what they are doing. Goodbye for now.